Good evening, everyone. My name is Bayali Ibao, and I'm with my group mates, Utap, Husain, and Ukat. We are going to report the Orpheus and Eurydice story by Michael Gibson. The story of Orpheus and Eurydice is one of the most beautiful and sad in Greek mythology. In the story, Orpheus, the greatest poet musician in the history, tried to reclaim his wife, Eurydice, who has passed away. To save his loved one, Orpheus will travel the underworld and back. After bitten by a poisonous snake, Eurydice died in the arms of her husband, who was left a broken shell. His heart ripped from his chest before his very eyes. As the day passed, Orpheus was unable to comprehend a life without his beautiful wife, and so hatched a desperate plan to bring her back. He would travel down in the underworld himself and flash with rage to release Eurydice back into the land of living. It was a plan with a very little chance, but at least some chance. After all, a tiny glimmer of hope is better than no hope at all.
My name is Bomidin A. Utap. My part is about the author. Michael Gibson was American musician, trombonist, nominated twice for the American Theatre Wing's Tony Award for Best Orchestration. He won the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Orchestration for My One and Only in 1983. And Gibson began his career as a studio musician in New York City, often working with James Brown. And also, Michael Gibson was born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware, and attended Harvard University for 2 years, and before transferring to the College of Music in Boston. In 1972, he changed direction to become an orchestration best known for his work.
Miss Ali Rizul Ukat. My part is Elements of Poem. Verse form. The story of Orpheus and Eurydice is the ultimate tragic love story. Second, mood and tone. The story of Orpheus focuses on the sincerity of love and the passion that encompasses it, making the literature serious. Third is theme. Orpheus and Eurydice are deeply in love, even after the tragic day when Eurydice is killed by a viper. Her soul is immediately sent to underworld. The Orpheus and Eurydice is very in love with each other. Then
my name is Tariq S. Hussain, and my part here is to analyze of the poem based on the element. First is the plot and suspense. The plot is when Orpheus' wife dies and he goes back to get her from underworld. And the suspense of the story is when Orpheus was bringing his wife back and he wasn't supposed to look at her, but he didn't see went back to the underworld. Okay, second is the theme. The theme of the story is don't be selfish, the power of music, and death, fleeting nature of happiness, love and trust. Okay, third, tone and mood. The tone is sad and loss and betrayal. And the fourth is mood. The story is sad because he lost his wife on their wedding day by a poisons snake that bit her, and when he looked back, he had lost her all over again. And the fifth is the character. Orpheus, Eurydice, and Heads are the character. Orpheus is a central dynamic character. Eurydice is a central static character. Heads is a minor flat statistic character. Next on the element is a conflict. He looks back at his wife and she has to go back to the underworld after she died, and Orpheus came to rescue her with his magical music. Next in the lines is the setting. The riverbank in a forest, the forest in a hole, in the underworld. Other element is the flat mountain, where exposition. Orpheus and Eurydice got married. Rising action. When Orpheus' pain was too much, he decided that he would get his wife. And climax. When he was up on the land of the living, he looked back at her. Okay. Falling action. Eurydice was pulled back into the underworld once again. Resolution. He starts singing again about his loss, and some trees cover over him and protect him as a sung beautiful song. Okay, thank you po.